Is Nikon falling behind, or are they playing a much smarter game than everyone else? For months, the camera world has been buzzing with a single question: where is the Nikon Z9 II? We all expected it to arrive in time for the world's biggest stages, but the rumors are shifting. Instead of a 2024 or 2025 release, we are now looking at late 2026. This feels like a massive gamble. But if you know Nikon, you know they don't move fast, they move with intent. The original Z9 was a landmark moment that proved Nikon could dominate the mirrorless era. It gave us a stacked sensor that eliminated the mechanical shutter and video tools that finally stood up to the best in the industry. It was a tool built for the most demanding professionals on the planet. Now, the Z9 II has the impossible task of following that legacy. The big conversation right now is the timing. A late 2026 release means this camera might officially miss the Winter Olympics and the FIFA World Cup. For a flagship sports camera, that sounds like a disaster. However, Nikon has a secret weapon. They often put prototype hardware into the hands of agency pros long before a press release ever goes out. So while you might not be able to buy one at your local shop, the Z9 II will likely be at those events, hidden in plain sight. This gap in timing suggests that Nikon is prioritizing maturity over a rushed launch. They aren't interested in being first, they are interested in being right. One of the most exciting upgrades we expect is in the brain of the camera. Rumors suggest a dual processor setup. Imagine a new XP generation working alongside dedicated AI chips. This isn't just about speed, it is about intelligence. In the heat of a game or a wildlife shoot, this means the camera makes faster decisions. It means the autofocus stays locked on a player even when the light is chaotic or when a subject moves behind a branch. For a professional, this isn't just a tech spec. It is the difference between getting the shot of a lifetime and coming home with a blurry frame. The current Z9 is already world-class, but it can still hesitate in low contrast or heavy backlight. The Z9 II aims to erase those small margins of error. Recent leaks even point to a potential XP8 processor that could handle over 3.5 times the data of the current flagship. This kind of power doesn't just improve focus, it changes how the sensor itself behaves. We are hearing whispers of a refined 46-megapixel sensor that can push sync speeds up to 1/720th of a second. While it might not be a full global shutter like the Sony A9 III, it gets incredibly close while maintaining the high dynamic range and low-light performance Nikon is famous for. Some reports even suggest a base ISO as low as 32, giving photographers a medium-format-like image quality in a rugged, fast shooting body. When it comes to the sensor, don't expect a massive jump in megapixels. The 45 to 46 megapixel range is a sweet spot for many, and it looks like Nikon will stick with it. But sticking with it doesn't mean it stays the same. We expect a refined version with even faster readout speeds. While many fans are shouting for a global shutter, Nikon seems to be favoring stability. A refined stacked sensor allows for better rolling shutter control and incredible burst performance without the risks of unproven tech. We are talking about potential speeds of 60 frames per second in full-resolution lossless RAW, or even a staggering 120 frames per second in DX crop mode. When you pair that with CF Express version 4 cards, the workflow becomes lightning fast. The buffer will likely be bottomless, allowing sports and wildlife photographers to hold down the shutter until the action stops, not until the camera gets tired. This is the kind of reliability that keeps pros from switching brands. Video is where the Z9 II could truly shine, especially after Nikon's acquisition of RED. This is the yellow-red revolution we've all been waiting for. We are anticipating improvements that matter to real filmmakers. We are talking about the integration of RED's IPP2 color science and the addition of the 12-bit R3D RAW codec internally. There is even talk of 8.3K open gate recording at 60p, which would be a massive leap over the current model. This allows creators to capture the full sensor area and crop for both horizontal and vertical platforms without losing quality. We might also see 8K at 120 frames per second for high-resolution slow motion. That sounds incredible on a spec sheet, but the real test will be heat management. A camera that can shoot 8K 120 is useless if it overheats after 10 minutes. Nikon knows this. They are building a tool that stays on set without excuses, likely featuring an even more advanced thermal design to handle these massive data rates. The body itself might not change much, as the Z9 is already one of the most ergonomic cameras ever built. However, we expect a major upgrade to the electronic viewfinder. The current 3.69 million EVF is great, but it's falling behind the ultra-high resolution screens found in Sony and Canon flagships. A move to a 5.76 million, even a 9 million EVF would make the shooting experience much more immersive. We also expect 8 to 10 stops of in-body image stabilization, making it easier than ever to shoot handheld with long telephoto lenses. Connectivity will also see a boost, with USB 4.0 and improved Wi-Fi speeds to help agency photographers get their images to the editor in seconds. It's about building a complete ecosystem where the camera, the storage, and the network work together as one. My best opinion on this product? The Nikon Z9 II is shaping up to be the most reliable camera ever made. It isn't trying to win a spec war with flashy, experimental features that might fail in the field. Instead, it is doubling down on what pros actually need: consistency, speed, and durability. By waiting until 2026, Nikon is ensuring that the RED integration is deep and meaningful, not just a software patch. They are taking the time to tune the AI autofocus so it works in every possible scenario. If you are a current Z9 owner, you don't need to panic. Your camera is still a beast and can handle 99% of what you throw at it. But if you are waiting for the ultimate refinement of the mirrorless flagship, a camera that combines the best stills performance with Hollywood-grade video, the Z9 II will be worth the wait. It's not late, it's just making sure it's perfect before it meets the world. This is Nikon saying they are here to stay at the top of the professional market. The competition is fierce, with the Sony A1 II and the Canon R1 already making waves. But Nikon has a history of coming in late and taking the crown. The original Z9 did exactly that, and the Mark II looks poised to do it again. By focusing on patience over presence, Nikon is targeting the shooters who can't afford a single missed frame. Whether you are on the sidelines of a stadium or deep in the jungle tracking a rare leopard, the Z9 II is being built to be your most trusted partner. It's a bold strategy in a fast-paced market, but for those who value quality over hype, it's the only strategy that matters. We will be watching every leak and every prototype sighting as we head toward 2026. This story is just beginning, and the final chapter could change the industry forever. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the future of gear.